Man, listen, drugs is a hell of a thing. And this brother right here is a perfect example of how addiction can ruin something good. Y'all know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about Delonte West. Y'all know how hard it is to get into the NBA, right? First of all, you have to be really good in basketball throughout your high school years. There are no late bloomers. And then you have to dedicate yourself to training while all your friends, your peers, are out partying and enjoying their late teen years into early adulthood years. You have to make sure you have the grades to get to college. And then you have to make sure your body is physically fit and your skills are top notch in order to be selected to a top university that is going to get you into even a possibility of being considered for the NBA. Delonte West did all of this. He made it to the NBA. He was drafted. You know what it feels like to hear your name in a draft? That's anybody's dream come true. You watch your child play Little League, whatever they play, and they grow up and throughout the years and they have this dream and this fire and this passion. And I'm going to the pros, mom. I'm going to the pros, dad. And one day I'm going to buy you a beautiful house when I get my contract and my millions of dollars. And you support them and you encourage them. And you take them to all the practices and you go to all their games and you watch your baby make it all the way to the top. And then he gets addicted to drugs. And all that comes crumbling down. It's a sad, sad story. Every time I look at this brother, I just can't really look at him. So here we are again, as former NBA guard Delonte West is arrested now on 4 charges. Delonte West was arrested in Fairfax County, Virginia. Shout out to MSN. Fairfax County, Virginia on October 15th. According to TMZ, police says that they responded to a call after multiple witnesses saw Delonte trespassing in a vehicle. Officer says that Delonte West became combative when they tried to arrest him. When they arrived on the scene, he became combative and they tried to place him in custody and he was fighting with them and he ran away and they chased him. A Fairfax County Police Department spokesperson told TMZ that West tried to flee the scene, but he was tracked down after running a short distance. This brother used to be in top shape. I mean, you have to be in top shape to be selected in a draft to the NBA, to actually play in the NBA. Have you ever watched a basketball game, a full game? They run up and down and up and down and up and down the court. Your cardio has to be good. You have to have stamina. You must have been in the gym working out. And now Delonte could barely run a few feet. The drugs are ravaging his body. He's out in the streets, sleeping on the streets, living bummy. I saw a video where they asked him, what happened to you? Why you ended up out here? Didn't you save your money? He said, when I was making a lot of money, I took care of all my family members, everybody. And now I'm just out here. People are assuming that he has nobody to take care of him. But I think that, yes, that might be a part of it. But another part of it is that his family members might be frustrated. You know, addiction make you do weird things, especially the kind of addiction that he has. So he might have bought them stuff when he had money, but they don't want him to be the same person that turns around and takes everything back from them in his moment of sickness. He was eventually booked on 4 criminal charges: vehicle trespassing, entering a vehicle, fleeing from law enforcement. So obviously the vehicle he was entering was not his vehicle. He was breaking into a vehicle. You went from driving luxury cars and living in a mansion to sleeping on the streets and breaking into people's vehicles. So his charges are vehicle trespassing, entering a vehicle, fleeing from law enforcement, and drunk in public. I didn't know that fleeing from law enforcement was a criminal act. But that's what they have. Now, Delonte was released from custody the following day on October 16th, and the arrest is just the latest of a long list of troubles that have been piling up on Mr. West. The former NBA star was spotted back in June panhandling on the side of the freeway in Virginia, and those videos went viral. Some people were saying, damn, why do y'all keep videoing him and putting him on social media? You know, we've seen this brother at the height of his highs, and now we're seeing him at the lowest of his lows. Why are y'all putting him out there for everybody to see him like this? But we live in that kind of a world. If we saw Denzel Washington fell off so bad that he had to start sweeping the streets, sleeping in the streets, working a minimum wage job, everybody would be in there trying to take pictures and video clips and say, yo, Denzel works at Home Depot. Denzel cleans the street down at Skid Row. It's just the world we live in now, right? It's sad seeing him like that, though. So he was panhandling on the streets, off the side of the freeway in Virginia, to be exact. That was the second time that he was seen panhandling since 2020, when he was spotted doing the same thing in the Dallas area. So not only is he out there like that, but he's moving around. He's like transient. You know those homeless people that go from city to city, state to state? Because, you know, one minute he was in Virginia, the next minute he's in Dallas, Texas. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban had tried to help him before. And you know Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban got a whole lot of money. He's an NBA team owner, amongst other things. For those of us who watch Shark Tank, you've seen him on there as well. Mark wasn't obligated to help him. Delonte he did his last season in the NBA with Mark, but Mark wasn't obligated to help him, but he did. And social media pressure was there. Damn, y'all got millions and millions of dollars. Somebody could help this man, help him to get back on his feet. Jeez. So Mark helped set him up with a rehab program about 2 years ago. And it appears that Delonte was doing well. He's now 39 years old. It appears that he was doing well in the rehab. But then, you know how addiction is. He got up and he left the rehab. And he went right back out looking for a fix. And one fix led to another fix to another fix. And he never came back to the rehab. He's back out in the streets. I saw somebody interview him out in the streets and asked him, what about the rehab? I thought you were in rehab. I thought Mark Cuban was helping you. And all he had to say was, well, shout out to Mark and thank you for all the help. But, you know, addiction is a hell of a sickness, man. It's a hell of a sickness. He made headlines a couple of years ago when he was arrested at a Florida police station. Cuban said recently that Delonte is still struggling with addiction and also now mental health issues and has not been receptive to help. So I'm sure they got him in there and he spoke to some mental health counselors and all that other stuff. You know, people that are addicted to heavy drugs, usually end up with mental health issues, because that's what the drug does. It breaks your body down, it breaks your mind down. Sometimes they go into psychosis, they develop paranoia, they develop schizophrenic type behaviors, all other kinds of stuff, right? So it's damaging him. And then on the other hand, on the flip side, sometimes people have these mental issues before they even start using the drugs. And the reason they started using the drugs was to self-medicate. We don't know which one it is for Delonte. All we know is that he's out there. If a multi-millionaire, billionaire like Mark Cuban can't help him, giving him all the resources he did, then it's highly unlikely that any of us out here are going to be able to do anything to save him. I hope he saves himself, though. It's not too late. His NBA career might be over, but it's not too late to save himself and write a new chapter in his life. Let's see. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.